All right, we're live. Scott Schlemmer here this afternoon. I'm going to be your host today for the Visionary Business Overview. I want to welcome everybody to the call today, first of all, and we're going to just give a couple of minutes here for everybody to pile onto the call. As we start that, I always like to start my overviews with a quote, a famous quote, or a quote that means something to me. And this one in particular means something to what we're going to talk about today, as you see here on my screen. Bill Gates says digital currency is going to change money. And we all know who Bill Gates is, the richest man in the world, the founder of Microsoft, very obviously well connected into the software space, into the computer space, internet world, and all of those kinds of things. So this was a really great quote that he had. I believe it was on Letterman, but I can't tell you for sure exactly what show it was on. But really cool stuff here. So we know, those of us that are familiar with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Visionary, and Capricoin, we know that this is the future. And that's why we're here today. We want to share some information with you guys that I think will be valuable for you, that will help you make decisions going forward in the future on what you want to do with your assets, how you maybe want to diversify your income streams, your assets, your money, all of those different kinds of things. So we're going to get right into this here. As people are still, I see people are still coming onto the call here. First of all, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. First of all, my name is Scott Schlemmer. Like I said in the introduction, I am a father of three to a beautiful wife of 9 years today. That's right. So today is my anniversary. And this is so important to me and to the future of my family that I thought it was still important that I held the webinar this afternoon, even though it is my anniversary today. So I hope everybody gets value out of this call, and we're going to try to respect your time, get through this as quickly as possible. But like I said, I have a beautiful wife. I have three beautiful kids, all ages 5 and under. So they do definitely keep this house busy. They keep me busy. They keep us hopping and moving. I've been I guess, a bit of an entrepreneur most of my career. I'm 40 years old this year. I've owned businesses. I've owned real estate investment companies. I've owned work from home businesses. I've been strategic partners and director of sales and right hand man in some early startup companies, and I had some great success. And one thing that like to look for, I like to look for things that are revolutionary, things that can potentially change the world, things that are on the cusp of doing something that is different than what everybody else is doing. Those are the kind of opportunities I look for. And for the last 3 years, I've been blessed enough to work full time from my house in the internet marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketing space. I like to work online, offline. I have created lots of relationships in the business world, and am very proud of the accomplishments that I've had. So, but I'm a very humble person. I'm very approachable. I am on Facebook regularly, so if you want to connect with me on Facebook, feel free to. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have, and try to get you steered in the right direction for what is best for you. That is what my goal is. What is best for you? What are your goals, and what are you looking for? So I am definitely approachable, and certainly reach out to me with any questions you have. So we're going to jump right in here to the first slide. And I want to welcome everybody to an introduction of Visionary and the Capricoin. Today we are going to introduce a new currency, a new global currency, an instant digital payment solution called Capricoin. What is Capricoin? Capricoin is a new currency. In this presentation, I will explain about cryptocurrency and Capricoin. I'll explain about the history of it, the short history of cryptocurrency, the even shorter history of Visionary and Capricoin. I'll introduce you to Visionary, and I'm going to show you how to profit and how to become a member today. The evolution of money. This is something here that is pretty exciting. We've had a long history, obviously, here of how we pay for our goods and services. In the beginning, it was a commodity. You were selling your crops or your animals or whatever it was. You were exchanging that for your services. Most of us didn't live during that time, but then it moved into a metallic form, which we are still somewhat familiar with quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies. But even stronger metallic form is gold, silver, and precious metals of sorts. Then we moved into what we know now as paper money or fiat currency, which we are all familiar with. We use it on a regular basis every day. And credit cards, debit cards, things of that nature, electronic forms of payment, which take money directly out of your account, also very familiar. And now we are moving into an electronic form of money called cryptocurrency. So what is cryptocurrency, right? That's, a lot of you on this call I know probably have no idea, maybe have never heard of it. It's changing the commerce landscape. So to keep this as simple as possible, it's money. It's real money, but it's not created by the banks. If you take a serial number on a dollar bill and then you throw that paper away, essentially that's what digital currency is, a series of numbers with no paper. That's about as simple of an explanation as I can explain to it. I'll explain to you a little more in depth on that as we go along here. It's a peer-to-peer form of electronic cash. It's essentially your money in a digital form. So when I get into the mining pool and I get cryptocurrencies, it's money. It is my money. It's my money to keep, and it's my money to use however I want. And you'll see that here, how we use that money coming up. So what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrencies are considered to be the most important invention since at least the internet. This by some is considered the dot-com boom number 2 and will be bigger than Google, Facebook, and the internet combined. And why is that? Because it is involving an $80 trillion market. It is changing the way that we use our money for goods and services. It's a solution to commerce, government regulations, and transaction fees. A currency where there is no single person, organization, or government in charge. So what does that mean? Why is that important? Well, all the fees and into the transactions, all the fees for banking and all those different things do not exist in the cryptocurrency space. That is the primary reason for its incredible boost or boom. Diversification. It's an asset not pegged to the dollar or any currency. So you're able to diversify your money, your assets into things that are not controlled by New York's stock exchange or the banking system. You're able to diversify outside of that, which, as we see today, as the volatility of the market is becoming more and more important, that we are taking care of our own and we are doing things for ourselves to secure our family's future. I'm not relying on the government to take care of my family in the future, and neither should you be. It's an asset outside of your home country, also very important. You need to diversify outside of your home country. It's protection. It's out of the hands of your government and bank, which I had mentioned earlier. It's created on large networks using special software, which creates coins. That special software is a process called mining. It's called digital mining. So don't let that word intimidate you, confuse you, or fool you. Visionary is essentially selling this mining time and creating the Capricoin for you. So they are taking all of the difficult work out of this for you. You don't have to have any special software yourself. You don't have to have any special computer knowledge yourself. It's as simply as making a couple of clicks and you are involved in mining your very first, or in some cases, I guess for some people, this could be an additional cryptocurrency. Very, very simple process. It's very complicated, but Visionary makes it very simple for us. Now, believe me, if I had to do the mining myself. If I had to put together all of the software, I would not be here talking to you today. That is not my area of expertise. But I know, like you, that we can, especially with the transformation of our cell phones, that we can all make a few clicks and do a few things on the internet. Visionary mining time. To get Capricoin, you're going to want to buy the mining time. That's essentially what we're doing here. You're buying mining time from Visionary to obtain your Capricoin. Visionary will generate Capricorn for you. It's 100% automated, so it's very simple. Anybody can do this, anybody can be involved, and anybody can take advantage of this opportunity right now, starting today. Visionary gives you access to online education about cryptocurrency as well. So most people that are on this call have very little knowledge to no knowledge in regards to what cryptocurrency is. And we're going to give you all of the education that you need. I've seen people, over 70, 60, 70 years old, learn about this over the past couple of months and get educated on it. So don't think that it's something that's outside of your comfort zone. Maybe it's outside of your comfort zone, but it's not outside of what you're capable of learning. Much like the internet in 1992 or 3, when nobody knew what it was, nobody knew what to do, nobody knew how it worked, we all evolved and learned over time. Right now, the internet is just a regular part of our lives. In fact, most of us couldn't even imagine life without a smartphone, without the internet, without the abilities that you have from it. And that's where we're at with the cryptocurrency space right now. There is an opportunity here to get educated, to learn, because in 5 years from now, 6 years, 10 years from now, this is going to be a regular occurring thing, and you will be educated on it through the process of time, but the opportunity may not be the same as it is today to capitalize on it. But why would you want to collect Capricoin, right? Well, there's many reasons. The primary one, like I said, is the fact there are no fees for transactions, which makes it very powerful for merchants, very powerful for customers. For peer-to-peer transactions, there are no fees for that. And also, another big reason is the opportunity for the potential of the value to increase of the cryptocurrency, or the Capricoin in this case. Did you know? Did you know Bitcoin is also a cryptocurrency? Many of you who are familiar with cryptocurrencies are familiar with Bitcoin. Now, I want to first state we are not selling Bitcoin here. We are not involved with Bitcoin, but it's very important for us to know where Bitcoin came from. Bitcoin was the first one invented in 2009 by a gentleman by the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. There's now more than 2,500 of them around the world, with only really about 100 of them with any type of value. The rest of them just kind of sit out there with no rhyme or reason as to why they are in existence. You can't use them anywhere. There's nothing there to be used. So, don't confuse all those 2,500. There's really about 100 of them that have any type of value, that have a future going forward. Bitcoin being the very, very first one of them. And it's important that we understand what Bitcoin is, because they're the pioneer in this space. Bitcoin is the very first, and is the very first one that created value. It was started as internet money, and now it's accepted as a global currency. It basically was started for gamers to pay online gaming debts. That's really how it was used in its inception. And then through time, through some different things, it actually started to gain traction as a viable form of payment. It's accepted now by more than 300,000 companies worldwide. Basically, it's like having a debit card or bank account on your cell phone. Like I said, without all of those fees and the different things that come along with it. It's accepted by companies like Dell, Overstock.com, PayPal, Virginia Atlantic, Tiger Direct, 7-Eleven, Expedia, and on and on and on and on and on. Microsoft, I mean, you can go on and on with the companies that are accepting Bitcoin. And what you're starting to see now, even is the process of, if you own any viable digital currency, you're starting to see the process of some companies already accepting any of those currencies that are viable, that are on a public exchange, which you'll learn about here in a second. So you're starting to see an evolution here of the cryptocurrency space in general, but Bitcoin was definitely the pioneer. They were very important in where we're at today with Visionary and Capricoin, no doubt. The Bitcoin value appreciated from less than 1 cent, basically worthless in 2009, to right around $250 today. It sits anywhere around between 250 and 300 depending on the day. It actually reached a peak in 2014 right around $1,200 per coin. So imagine that if you owned $100 worth of Bitcoins in 2009, just today it would be worth $2.5 million and somewhere upwards of, I believe, 10 million plus if you would have had it at its peak. So very, very powerful opportunity as far as the growth strategies and things like that go, just based on the history of where Bitcoin's come from and where it's at today. $100 in Bitcoin in 2009, now valued at $2.5 million today. Now just put that in perspective. I don't know about you, but that is extremely powerful, and it grabbed my attention immediately when I started learning about this opportunity. The Capricoin value. Could Capricoin increase in value similar to Bitcoin? Yes, that's why it has been created. The whole point of Capricoin is to ease the ability to exchange goods and services electronically, but it also has the ability to increase in value. Now, we don't promise anything, and this is not an investment. This is not, you're not investing in Capricoin. What you're doing is you are just exchanging your fiat currency, your dollar bills, for an electronic form. And the way I like to explain that is if you have a $10 bill in your pocket, that $10 bill is always going to be worth $10. It's never going to be worth $100, right? Now take that $10 and exchange it into Capricoin, and you have the ability there for that $10 to increase in value. But it is not an investment. It is exchanging one type of currency for another type of currency. So I like to just make that clear so people understand that and where we're at. So how does that work, right? It's by creating a true supply and demand by better technology, second generation instant payment. It's a legitimate cryptocurrency. It's available on 2 public exchanges. You can go there to bittrex.com and bluetrade.com. Now, I believe Bluetrade is actually spelled BLEUTRADE. So just to clarify that for you, it's BLEUTRADE.com. It's attractive for customers, and there's a loyalty program for companies. Now, when I say instant payment there at number 1, when you look at a currency, a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, the Bitcoin typically takes up to 15 to 30 minutes to process a transaction. It can take as long as 6 hours. And so when you look at the long-term viability for that type of a thing on a daily usage basis, it becomes very difficult. Imagine yourself going down to your local pizza joint, trying to buy a pizza and having to wait 2 hours to get that payment to process. But with Capricoin and the latest technology in cryptocurrencies, the payment is instant. It actually happens in less than 3 seconds, and you have the ability to respend that in less than 3 minutes. So the transactions are instant. Super, super powerful as to the future of where this could possibly go based on that fact alone. We are also the world's first MLM on the exchanges with our own blockchain cryptocurrency. So what does that mean, right? That means that we have a rhyme or a reason and a strategy behind what we're doing with Capricoin. I mentioned there's 2,500 coins on the market today, with only 100 of them really having any viability. We're the first one with an actual marketing arm and a marketing plan to drive that supply and demand that I said there at the top, which will ultimately drive the value of this coin, which is extremely, extremely important to understand and super, super powerful as to where the potential and where this could go. Capricoin customers. It's been termed or coined, quote unquote, the people's coin. It's easy to use right on your smartphone. It's basically as simple as taking a picture, peer-to-peer secure instant transactions, zero transaction fees, which I mentioned was an extremely important part when you talk about the merchant aspect of it. Now, you talk about a company like Dell that I showed you that accepts cryptocurrency or Bitcoin at this point. They have how many millions of dollars do they probably spend a year on merchant fees for credit cards and different transaction fees? Well, when they accept cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Capricoin, or any cryptocurrency, they are eliminating all of those transaction fees. So think about how much money that they are saving on a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly basis without having all those fees attached. Now, just as important is taking your local, uh, grocery store, for example, or your local pharmacy, and if they could save $25,000 a year in a small business on transaction fees, just think how much value that adds to their business. There's no limits on how much or how little to send money. So today you're starting to see stricter and stricter and stricter guidelines on how much money you can withdraw out of an ATM. I mean, you look at Greece for an example. I mean, they've been in a frenzy because of $60 being the maximum amount of money they can take out because of their financial crisis that they're in. Well, with this scenario, there's no limits on how much or how little to send money to either peer-to-peer or to a merchant. It's an instant transaction, it's global, cashback and discounts, and a loyalty program, which is going to be another powerful factor in driving the supply and demand of this. Capricoin merchants, why is it attractive for companies? With a loyalty program, like I had mentioned, it's free of charge, there's no setup or monthly fees. So they're going to have incentive to accept Capricoin at their stores. It's an easy download of a merchant app, so it's real simple to use. There's no risk for merchants. Accept Capricoin in local currency, so you can actually accept Capricoin and convert it into your local currency. So here in the United States, for example, you can accept Capricoin in the US dollar. Instant verification of payment. So you're going to have instant verification. Like I said, with Bitcoin, it can take up to 6 hours. And you're going to be able to attract new customers based on the fact that there's going to be a loyalty program, a cashback program that will reward both the customer and the merchant. There's no chargebacks, no fraud, no payment processing fees, marketing tools that are free of charge, and make money from Capricoin customers. So you can see the incentives are high here for merchants to accept Capricoin. No other cryptocurrency on the market has this kind of an incentive program to help drive that supply and demand that I talked about, the movement of the money, which is ultimately going to drive the value of the Capricoin. There isn't another cryptocurrency out there that can claim to have these kinds of options for the merchant. So who is behind Vizionary? When I look at evaluating any business myself personally, the first thing that I look at is the leadership of the company. And with this company, when I looked at it, I saw something here that was, as strong as and diversified as any company I'd ever looked at. You've got Frode Berg and Ladislav Pastor, who are the co-founders of the company. Very, very successful businessmen, both inside and outside of the marketing community. Ladislav actually was a successful, owned over 80 clothing stores and importing companies around Slovakia, and has been just both those guys well known as business professionals. Andy Morbitzer, who most of us know, a friend of mine, the co-owner, global master distributor, spent 20 years in and around Wall Street, 15 years now in the networking industry. So he's got a history and a background in both the financial part of this and the marketing part of this, which is super powerful. Jesper Benson, he's also a co-owner on the advisory board, very successful business professional himself. And then you have topsites.co.uk and Tahir Ali, who are our partners. They're strategic partners, and they do the software development. So in the space of the software development, you've got a company here that's very strong in the network side of it. You've got Andy, who's very strong in the financial side and the networking side. You've got Frode and Ladislav, who are the vision behind visionaries who have built successful businesses all around the world as well. So you've got a very diverse group from different countries and bring different strengths that make this a strong, strong leadership group, which was very, very important when I looked at it. With Visionary, there are several ways to make money, 4 ways alone without sponsoring a single person. So how often do you see that in an MLM or network marketing company? Almost never. In almost any network marketing company, the only way to make money is to sponsor new people. So you can attract a wide variety. In fact, I'm attracting people that have never been interested in MLM or one of my opportunities before because of the ability here to make money without sponsoring. So 4 ways. First, the Capricoin and the potential increase in the value of the Capricoin. The second is buying and selling of your mining units. So you can buy and sell the units that you use to purchase your mining time to create an income. The retail platform. And then members can also earn free mining time by participating in the mining pool. 6 ways by building a business through the marketing aspect. You have a direct sales commission. So for everybody that you refer directly, you're going to get 10 to 15% commissions. The binary network team commissions, you're going to get 40 to 80 euros per cycle, up to 32,000 euros per week. And then the matching bonus, which is 5 to 10%, down to 5 generations, or you can qualify that to infinity. So this makes it a true comp plan where the earnings are endless, potentially endless. Then you have a momentum bonus, the customer bonus, which will be coming soon as customers come on board, and then the Capricoin loyalty program. So what makes us different? Like I said, the world's first MLM on the exchanges with our own blockchain cryptocurrency. So like I said, that's very exciting for the fact that with the strategies that we have in place, we are going to help drive the supply and demand, which will ultimately drive that value on those public exchanges. The second generation cryptocurrency, which is instant payment. No one has the technology nor the strategy Capricoin offers. We have solutions for you to pay with Capricoin anywhere you want. And the value is based on true supply and demand, not speculative trading. So the movement of the money is what's going to drive the value of this coin. Attractive earnings potential and very low mining prices, pennies on the dollar right now for your mining prices to generate Capricoins. And then there's free mining time for members as you participate in the mining pool. Mining packages, 5 ways to get started. First, the retail package gives you 1 mining slot in the weekly Capricoin mining pool. That price is 25 euros. The second way is to become a member. This is the most, the only way, I guess, so far, as a retail package is going to be launched here in the next couple of weeks, but it's going to be the most popular way for people to get started. You start with a bronze membership. It's 97 euros or right around $100. It gets you 2 mining slots for that very first week. The silver is the next level, which is 297 euros or right around $300. That's going to get you 8 mining slots the very first week. And then it's going to get you the ability to purchase more mining time after that based on the mining units. The third way is the gold package, which is 897 euros or right around $1,000. That gets you 24 mining slots the very first week. And then it's going to get you the ability to purchase 250 euros more of mining time. So it's going to allow you to mine for roughly today right around 20 to 24 weeks. So almost, six months of mining can be done with the gold package alone. And then there's the platinum package, which is 2,897 euros, right around $3,000. That's going to get you 80 mining slots the very first week. And it's going to allow you, if you do it right, to virtually probably mine forever. It's going to get you about a year and a half worth of slots to mine. And with the ability there to earn free mining time, mining units, which convert to mining slots, if you do this properly, you should be able to mine for quite an extended period of time past that. So for a $3,000 package, you're going to be able to mine Capricoins for as long as you really want to. And if you build a business on top of it, you're definitely going to be able to mine, and you're going to be able to accumulate Capricoins at an extremely, extremely fast rate. So I always, suggest people to start as strongly as they can. Okay, I don't want anybody to miss a car payment. I don't want anybody to miss a house payment, not put food on the table for your kids. But if you're looking at a way to diversify some of your assets, diversify some of your money, diversify out of your country into some different things, start as strong as you can in this. Now, each package also includes the mining time and an education program, like I said, to learn more and to understand more about cryptocurrency. Pay with credit card, it's 100% automated. There's no fees, monthly or annual. So why start now? And here's the reason. So as this mining pool, as you purchase this mining time, you are essentially getting into a mining pool, which means it's a pool, meaning a group of people that are all mining in this particular week. Now, there are only 50,000 Capricoins. I believe it's 50,000 Capricoins allotted to be mined each week. And so what this means is as the mining pool grows, the amount of Capricoins that will be allotted per mining slot each week will continue to decrease. So I like to use this chart as an example, but I also like to use, when I started in this about 3 months ago, we were getting right around 250 Capricoins per slot. Or excuse me, right around 250 Capricoins per slot. Today, I believe last week it was about 117 Capricoins per slot. And that's because the amount of people inside of that pool is increasing. So next week you can expect it to probably even be less. In 2 weeks it can be even less. In 3 weeks it'll be even less. It will have some fluctuation, from 100 to 105 maybe, but the general trend of it over time is going to be less and less coins per slot on a weekly basis. So today is the day that you want to take action on this. Why start now? Again, timing. Timing. This is another thing that I evaluate when I look at businesses. I told you that I evaluate leadership, but I also want to see what the timing of the company is. You know that I mentioned in the beginning that I like to look at things that are revolutionary. I like to look at things where the timing is now. The timing is right. I don't generally look for business opportunities where the market is already saturated, where there are just an abundance of companies trying to recreate the wheel of something that's been around for generations. That's not the kind of business that I look for. I look for revolutionary things, and the timing of this and the revolution of this is happening right now. Capricoin is currently pennies on the dollar, like I mentioned. It's the first MLM company to market with innovative strategies and technologies. Now, when's the last time that you saw an MLM company that was the first to market with a product? Not very often do you get that opportunity. Today, you have that opportunity with Visionary. Visionary is going to make it so simple for people to use cryptocurrencies in their everyday lives. Like I said, in 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, this is going to be like the internet was from 92 to 2002. Nobody knew about the internet in 92. In 2002, it was a regularly used thing. In 2015, it's all run on your phone. And that's the direction that we're going here with Visionary, Capricoin, and this opportunity right now. In 5, 6, 8, 10 years, this will be a household name, and the opportunity that you have today will not be the same. The sooner you start, the more Capricoins you will own in your Capricoin wallet. Like I said, as more people enter the pool, less and less coins are allotted each week. And then I told you it was .com boom number 2, $80 trillion market. That's bigger than all MLM companies combined worldwide. That's bigger than Google and Facebook and the internet and anything out there, because you're dealing with the financial system and currencies. Huge, huge opportunity. It's fixed money supply. What's the legacy you will leave behind? That's the question. Are you living a life to live your life? Are you looking to leave a legacy for your family behind? Your support. We have 3 awesome Facebook groups. We have an incredible leadership group inside of this company. Some of the best leaders I've ever been involved with. I am proud to say I'm involved with them. I am stoked and so excited about this opportunity because of the people and the way that we interact with each other. We're all looking out. It's like one big family inside of Visionary. 3 Facebook groups. There's a public group today. You can go search Visionary on Facebook and you can get into that public group today and start gaining information off of that group. There's also a members only private group. So once you get your membership locked in today, you're going to be invited into a private group of members only. And then there's the Ladies of Vision, which was started for the ladies, the leading ladies of the Visionary and Capricoin movement. There's also a members only Skype group and just an invaluable amount of resources, including these valuable websites. The corporate site is visionary.com. The information site, visionaryabc.com. And then an info site here with tons of videos and YouTube stuff and different ways to educate yourself on this with vision.biz. And then the Capricoin site is capricoin.com. Get started today. I said today is the day that you take action and you start leaving that legacy. Get registered for 97 euros or $100 or more, or get one of the bigger packages if your budget allows it. If not, get started at the 97 euro at the bronze package, get to work, and get to upgrading as soon as you can to get more Capricoins and more products. The upgrades will cost you 200, 800, or 2,800 euros. You only pay the difference for the upgrades. The more you pay equals more mining time equals more Capricoin. That's pretty simple, simply stated there. So the higher package you get, the more mining time you're going to receive, the more Capricoins you're going to receive. And expect your Capricoin to increase in value. That's what it was created for. And then recommend Visionary to others and build a business if you choose to do that. Now, I also want to make that clear that it is not mandatory for you to go out and build a business with this. Like I said, I'm attracting people into this industry that have never been attracted to one of my marketing opportunities before because they can make money without recruiting other people. That is a completely optional portion of it that is powerful and awesome, but it's not mandatory to have success in this. So I'm going to close with this. Capricoin, mind your own business. Open your digital bank account today and get started. So I hope you all got some value out of this. I tried to keep it as short as possible. I tried to deliver as much value as I possibly could. And I hope that I was able to do that for you. Like I said, if you have any questions, reach out to me on Facebook. Scott Schlemmer, that's Schlemmer. I'd be happy to answer your questions, or get back to the person. More importantly, get back to the person that invited you on this call. Get your questions answered and get started today. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day. Hopefully everybody got some value out of this. I hope to see you guys on the inside of Visionary. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.